You know what time it is. It's Friday. It's Freaky Friday. Welcome back to another episode of Freaky Friday. More Slay the Princess. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. I'm excited. I hope you're excited as I am, because I sure am. Okay. We know this shenanigans, so I don't think uh or some of those, at least, okay. I don't know what I'm saying. Um, yeah,
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds.
I think we've seen that. So,
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
maybe you should have gone back, but we'll see.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
It
bare.
mostly depends on the
The
second
air is
part.
stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade
Seen
is your
this, seen this. What if we don't take the void? What if we don't take it? What if we don't take it?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated. Her voice
this?
softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Already different. Already different. She sounds scared.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi, checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I came here to slay you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Yeah, either she's actually scared or she's, what's it called?
You walk down the stairs and lock
I'm being
eyes with the
delusional.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
This is funny. Let's talk first.
Okay.
Uh, we maybe we'll get a different answer now that she's, I guess in a different state of mind. Either that or she's actually just, what's it called, tricking us. Um, can't believe they're keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Huh. Locked away down here. All of that. I was sent here to slay you. We gotta choose something depending on how she's acting right now, you know? Like, let's see if we can get her name first.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Still no regular name.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
That is weird.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
If we go back up like what happened last time, the door's already locked. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked here for a reason. Not even eating or drinking.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? Let's see if we can even go get it.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
What
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Well, this is new.
Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Hello? I think we got onto the wrong foot. You think we can start over? She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down there and letting her bleed out. Let's finish this. Hello?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Your eyes
finish this.
dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Investigate the arm.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then
She
loud
ran
and
out.
desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
Wow. That's crazy.
You're on a path
It's smart,
in the
honestly.
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So this is a witch, so maybe
You're here
that's
to
gonna be the
slay her.
new second voice.
If you don't, It will be the end of the world.
Okay, no. If you die, what
I
am
can
I doing
assure
here?
you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Opportunist?
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Turn around and we can actually leave again. But I don't know, that's a good idea. We said this before, I think.
Those are two very different questions, but let's say for a moment that you died last time. We were just weighing
Yeah,
our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
sure.
I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the line. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess locked us in a basement, we eventually died, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, that time it actually wasn't even our fault.
Yes,
Sort
but
of.
in this purely hypothetical scenario, if it's the latter, what do you think happened? Do you think the people there lived happily? That's a very good point. This princess
Some of this we've seen
character
most of the
seems
time
in
kind
a
of skimming
lot of
through it.
trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page.
Let's talk about this
Just be quick
princess.
about it.
She killed me last time around. How am I supposed to make sure that doesn't happen again? Pretty sure we know what he'll say. All she did last time was lock me in until I died. Don't get me wrong, I hated it, but how can someone like that in the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is.
We've seen that, I think. I think we also gave him that follow-up question.
She just can. But that doesn't mean you're not fully up to the task that's been given to you. Have a little faith in yourself, and maybe try not to get tricked this time.
Actually, we did kind of have the option to save ourselves last time, you know? I think we pretty much asked him all these questions last time. We know he's gonna say there. Pretty sure we just follow up. Being caged, you aren't you telling me? That's
Right.
all.
Now, if you don't... A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
We
Don't
know.
worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Sure.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Whoa.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approaching me. This cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here.
I've
So
seen that.
focus up. A lot's riding on this.
It's time we're taking the
Take
blade.
the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Yeah. We already know what he says there. And then the mirror disappears and then all that stuff happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
She sounds different again. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
This is the first one who's self-aware.
She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
Oh boy.
Thank
Whoa.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room.
She looks
below.
angry.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Look at her feet.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp blade, no doubt.
She found. She saw through our plan.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was
Yes,
true.
we've been telling you. This is interesting though. She already knows.
That's pretty
She
sharp.
could have sworn the rest of
How'd you
the other
figure
ones
that
did
one
not.
out?
Yeah.
Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, so I'm sure you made your mistakes. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you, or not for killing you. We've got to get you out of here somehow, right? I got the sense you're not gonna be happy with me. I didn't do crap to you last time. You're the one who locked me away until I died. I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you get out of here? I want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. I don't know about that one. This is interesting. What if we try to team up?
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Yeah, those chains didn't talk last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Leave? I'm going to attack you now.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Yikes.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
I died last time. You didn't.
You were the one who went to get that knife. You were the one who started all of this. Only a poor loser twists their own failure around on the winner.
What? No, no, no. We were gonna help her. I am not giving her the knife.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Sorry, Arthur.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay, leave. Might as well. I'm not giving her the knife.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Oh boy.
She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
This is so sus.
Oh,
She's gonna
no,
kill us.
we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking?
She looked like she could.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
We're not gonna give her the blade. You first.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Just go first.
You're the one who said you can't leave here without me, which means I'll hold all the cards. Either you go first or we stay here, up to you.
The princess leans close, her nose twitching as she sniffs your neck inquisitorially.
Too close.
What is she doing? I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying, so it's a good thing we didn't lie.
Your stink is the stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ears are sharp, and I've got eyes on the back of my head. They'll be watching.
Eyes on the back of her head? Does she really? No, we're fine.
I don't know.
The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the stairs.
Let's go. Let's see what
You
happens.
follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs. It's time, boys! Stab her in the back! Do it! Do it now!
We're not doing that.
I thought we were helping her escape. Of course we're not. You didn't buy all that noise I was putting down, did you? I was just waiting for a moment for us to strike. She has it in for us, you know.
I'm not stabbing her in the back. I said I'm not stabbing her in the back. I make the choices here. That's an amazing idea. I totally never saw coming. Thanks for looking out, stab her in the back. I'm going to praise you, but I am going to. I'm not stabbing her in the back.
You do realize that she hates us, right? If we don't make the first move now, she's going to find a way to make the first move herself. Why would she do that? She wants to leave, which means we need to work together. And she knows that. She wouldn't just act against her best interests. I don't know. If I were her, I'd betray us. Look at me right now, suggesting betrayal. You really need to learn to put yourself in someone else's shoes. I'm with that little weasel. You have an opportunity to save the world. You should take it.
Not stabbing. I make the choice here.
Great idea. See, this is why you're in charge and I'm not. You think things through. You stick to your guns. It shows real leadership, and more people should be like you.
We're almost there. You better not try anything. I know you're thinking it.
Us? No, never. I can't believe she'd even suggest that. The gore. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and crosses over the threshold, turning back to smile at you.
Bye-bye, you loathsome little nuisance.
Then she slams the door on you. Its lock swiftly clicks into place. No, not again.
I can't believe this.
Maybe not stabbing her in the back wasn't such a great idea. The princess cackles from the other side of the door.
I can't believe you let me do that to you again.
Don't get mad. Force the door.
You throw yourself against the door. It won't budge.
I have a knife.
No, you're going to sit down there forever, languishing. As if I could ever trust you after everything you've done to me. And after what I've done to you, you can't trust me either. Neither of us is ever getting out of here. It's in our nature to
Neither.
be trapped.
Why isn't he saying anything? I think he's gone.
Oh, I didn't think I'd ever have to see you face to face again. Otherwise, I might have given you a little more courtesy at the top of the stairs. No hard feelings, I'm sure. Why is everything going away? I feel...
I'm about to meet the being again. Yeah. You don't get the chance to respond, you never will. It's time to leave. Memories return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
This is the end for you, but not for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
What's the mirror? First mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. We need to see what's in it. You're withered. Find yourself in a long quiet once again. Go to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. I don't know how I would say that. No, not really. It all seems too so distant as soon. I have no opinion, no one way or another on the matter. I just want to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it, and I think I hate you.
How strange of you to ask me then.
Everything you feel sounds like you're giving me a straight at. Enough of this. You're not actually saying anything. I don't think we've gone crazy yet. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Basically, she said no.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I'm ready to go back. How many vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Do you have any breakfast on how you like to change or grow? Figured out what you'll want when you're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You know that at the end of this, yeah, we know. Enough of this. How can you stand contradictions don't exist?
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
I think we asked this last time. Destroy your body. Ready to go back. I feel like when I personally start going crazy, then maybe we'll choose like start going off on her. But I think that's enough for now.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
So that was actually surprisingly the normalist she's looked.
You're on a path in the woods,
Oh, there's
and at
that.
the end of
Let me
that
save.
path is a.
So I'm guessing the name of each chapter is like I don't know if that's the name of the voice, the second voice, like something of the opportunist, or if that's the form of the princess. So this one was called the witch, which kind of makes sense because she did get look a little like different, like kind of witchy vibes, like kind of crazy old lady vibes in the second run, and she had a cackle, like a witch cackle. I'm guessing that's the form of the witch and not the guy. Very interesting per usual. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. Very if you guys have someone, have fun. Me and Damn Juice, me, coffee, whiskey, all gonna be rotting here alone. uh, but yeah, happy Valentine's Day if you're with someone, and I'll see you guys, if not Saturday, for sure Sunday. Yeah, bye.